Let's go to Danny on line 10. What's up, Danny?
Hey guys, long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah.
Been with you guys since God. When you first
I didn't
came
understand
in
a word of that.
In 85, 6, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was about Frank and John F. Kennedy. You guys said that he'd never been to the house.
Yeah.
There's an article written by a guy named George Jacobs, who was Frank Sinatra's valet.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, he's in a pretty in-depth
Sorry. Is Danny gone?
Yeah, he goes into a lot of stuff that old JFK was doing back in those days. What Peter Alford and the crew.
All right, Danny. Thank you very much.
How did you understand the first sentence there? You did somehow, and I looked afraid. Did you understand?
I understood JFK. That was about it.
You really had to hang in.
Wow. And then I heard you go, uh-huh. Like, how are you doing that?
I just filled in the pause when he stopped talking for a second.
Okay.
There was a guy that lived up at the top end of my neighborhood. And I was out walking one day. He was working in his yard, and we struck up a conversation. This guy was probably 70 and obviously retired. So I started talking to him, and he was a valet at a country club in the valley. He worked for a golf country club, and he worked as a valet there. And he had direct dealings in his valet job. He would be assigned to the big stars that would come to play golf. And he was a valet for JFK, Dean Martin, all these huge stars. And he had so many stories. And I told him, you got to assemble these. This would make a wonderful book. And then he passed away. I don't think he ever did anything about it. That would have been very cool. He told me a couple of stories. Fantastic.
Like what?
Dean Martin was, and I had already heard a bit of this, Dean Martin was not a drunk. It was part of his act, part of his thing, but he said Dean Martin would always put on the schmooze whenever there were people around, and he would act as though he had a drink, when in fact I know for a fact it was a soda.
He was like the first to leave a party, to go back to his room, right?
Yeah. And he was talking all about that. He said I would watch him when he would put the act on for people because he knows that's what they want to see. But that's not the way he was. And say, I just wish he had written those down before he passed.
You telling him to write a book about it probably got him so excited he got a heart attack. Way to go.
Great, thank you.
You killed him. That's a great idea. I'll do it right now. Oh, no.